sun shone brighter, or fell harder, than Benny Lynch, our Benny, the flyweight from the Gorbals who punched his way out of poverty into glory and straight back down again. Born April 2, 1913, in a cramped tenement at 17 Florence Street, Benny was the youngest of 7 in a family where the father shifted crates at the docks, and dinner was whatever could be stretched between too many mouths. Hunger made him hard, the streets made him harder, and the carnival boxing booths of Scotland turned him into something else entirely. A wiry little scrapper with a left hook sharp enough to wake the dead. By 18, he was professional. Though professional might be generous when you're fighting in drafty halls for a few quid and the promise of a pint. He lost as many as he won in the early days, but once he found rhythm, Benny became unstoppable. Between 1933 and 1935, he cut a path through the flyweight ranks like a man possessed. And then came the night of September 9, 1935 in Manchester, when he battered Jackie Brown to bits, dropping him 6, maybe 8 times depending on who was counting and how sober they were. Scotland had its first world champion. Trains were mobbed, streets were packed, and the Gorbals, usually home to police raids and hunger, erupted in pride. At 5'5" and barely tipping 8 stone, Benny was dynamite in gloves. He defended against killers, knocked out the dangerous Peter Kane in front of 40,000, and even beat small Montana, the American champion, to unify the belts. In those years, he wasn't just a boxer. He was a national idol, every bit as adored as a Celtic striker scoring in the cup final. But boxing is cruel, and Benny was crueler to himself. The scales were his first enemy. Making flyweight meant starving, sweating, and staggering into the ring half dead. Drink was his second. What started as celebration turned to addiction, and addiction turned to ruin. By 1938, he was stripped of his titles for failing to make weight, fined for skipping training, and banned for being unfit, which is polite shorthand for pickled in whiskey. His last fights were humiliations, his body broken, his gift dulled. The fall was swift. He squandered fortunes, wrecked his marriage, and stumbled through arrests for drunken assaults that stained his name. Once he vanished from a training camp and was found half frozen in the hills, wandering in slippers and pajamas, a metaphor so on the nose it hurts. By 25, his career was gone. By 33, so was his life. Malnutrition, alcoholism, and a body that had taken too many punches left him dead in Glasgow's Southern General in 1946, mourned by 2,000 who lined the streets at his funeral. He died penniless but not forgotten. Benny Lynch remains Scotland's greatest fighter, a genius in the ring who could never beat the one opponent waiting outside it, himself.